Okay, thank you very much. Well, this session is intended to be like a kind of a group activity where first I'm going to introduce the platform that we are going to use in the project to create learning activities. And then we are going to think about it together about possible learning activities that you can create for your own teaching of interest for your own students. But we are going to provide some ideas, some suggestions that we have already created. Okay, first of all, the platform that we are going to use is called VISH. This is the website, vishhub.org. And basically, it's an open platform to host and to deliver open educational resources. We can create, it's free for anyone to use. So I encourage you to register in the platform, and so in the next session, we together we will create some learning activity. Today, we are not going to create the learning activity, just to get familiar with the platform and with the kind of learning activities that we have in mind. So basically, this is the platform. You can use it in different languages: English, Spanish, German, Netherlands, French. And basically, as I say, it's a kind of repository of learning objects. They call it excursions, and you can filter by the subject: biology, chemistry, economics, whatever, history, math, and also by by the language. So if, for example, we choose English, here we can see all the activities, all the learning activities available for English, and we can see the number of visualizations and the number of people that have added as a favorite these results. For example, if we access one of these, basically this is a kind of PowerPoint presentation, but it's a web-based presentation. It's interactive and also allows to embed external websites, external services inside the presentation. For example, here, well, we can click here to put it in full screen. And with the arrows, we move from one slide to another. Okay, this is, for example, one of the presentations with several slides. And in some of the slides, there is a game. In this case, it's a cybersecurity escape room. So you can play the escape room. And then when you finish, you can continue with the presentation, and maybe you can embed a questionnaire, or maybe you can embed a video from YouTube. So it gives you a lot of flexibility and opportunities to create the learning activities, because you can embed almost anything inside the presentation. Okay, so here in the project we have created some learning activities that we can have a look. Basically, we have created a heat islands map for Madrid. We have created a noise meter app. And so we can, well, in these learning activities, we learn how to create the noise meter app, so the students can create their own mobile apps for noise monitoring. Well, we can access some of this and have a look. So this is the view of the Madrid heat map. We can put it in full screen. And here in the first slide, we indicate the author, the target audience. In this case, is for all kind of audience, and the technologies that we are using. So, for example, in these presentations, first we provide a video here. Sorry, we provide a video of YouTube that students can watch, and a short description of what is a heat island and the importance of the heat islands. And then we say, okay, this is for the students. So the students have to stop and think, and this is the activity that we propose. The students have to find Retiro Park in two maps, in Google Maps and in a heat map. And they have to reflect on the color of the park in contrast to other parts of the city. So we go to this slide where we can see this is a map of Madrid. And here in the right side, we see this is Parque El Retiro, the Retiro Park. And we have to find it here in the heat map. So, and we see that in the heat map, the colors are very much different from the streets. We see here Castellana Street or Paseo del Prado Street. And Retiro Park is mostly blue. And so students have to think, why is the temperature different here in the city and in the park? Why here in this avenue is red and in other areas more residential is just yellow? So the students can think about these kind of things. But basically, we can create with VISH, with this platform, this kind of presentation where we can embed things. I just took a Google Maps. I just took this heat islands map and put it together in a very simple way. And then students have to discuss, to contrast, to find the reasons behind why the temperature and the colors are different in one place and the other, and what urban features or activities in the surrounding areas might contribute to higher temperatures compared to Retiro Park, or how can expanding parks or green spaces help reduce the urban heat island effect. No? So basically, and then we provide some conclusion, and that's the VIS presentation, the VIS presentation for this activity. We can watch another one. For example, this one, the VIS presentation for to know how to create a noise meter with App Inventor. This is a kind of activity that students can do at the school, and then they create their own noise meter, and then they can go outside in a field trip with their own noise meter and measure the noise levels in the city. So here we provide some explanation about noise pollution, what is noise pollution. And then in the stop and think section, we say, okay, do you think you can create your own noise meter app? And then we provide a video that the students can watch to understand how to create their own noise meter. The video shows how to do it with App Inventor, which is a kind of puzzle tool to create mobile apps. Very easy, and it's very common in schools. And then students have to use the mobile app and go in a field trip and find the reasons why there are different noise levels, for example, in a busy street or in a park. What is the effect? What is the effect of the trees in all these kind of different noise levels? So this is the second VIS presentation that we have. Also, we have this one, the math through urban environment. In this case, students are going to investigate in a map where there is information of temperature and humidity of a city, and they have to find maximum values, minimum values, so they can practice some maths concepts. with the activity. At the same time, they get familiar with the concepts of the impact of trees and heat islands and how the parks reduce noise, reduce temperature, reduce or increase humidity. So this is the other activity that students can do. So basically, basically we have a lot of activities of this kind. I recommend you to just to navigate and to have a look to all of them. We have here more one with artificial intelligence and other ones with noise meters. And we are creating more and more, and also you can create your own. But basically now I wanted to show you a different part of the platform, which is the teacher's view. This is kind of the student's view. And when we sign in the platform, we go to the teacher's view, and here we see that there are some buttons very useful. For example, if we click here, edit, I can edit this presentation, or if I click clone, I take this presentation to my own profile, so I can start editing and modifying this presentation. For example, if we go to the profile area, we see here all the this presentation that we have. I have a lot, but for example, we can access this one and click edit. And this is the authoring tool that the teacher can use to create their own learning activities. I don't want to go inside how to do it, but basically it's kind of a PowerPoint. We can create new slides, or we can just import a PDF with the presentation that we have created in PowerPoint. So it's really very easy. And also another feature that this platform has is the search functionality. For example, here we can search for terms. For example, climate change. And we get here all the learning activities related to climate change. We can filter by language, by age, by tag, or by kind of a learning object, if it's an excursion, if it's just a resource, for example, an image, or it's a lesson. And so we can go in any of these learning resources, and we can clone it to my own profile, so I can edit it, because everything is open in this platform. Everything is open educational resources. And then we have here the buttons to share. We can get the link to this presentation. And we can also embed it with an iframe. We can embed it in our own e-learning platform, for example, in Moodle or whatever learning platform you are using. You can embed it through an iframe, or also you can download it as a SCORM package. So you can download this package, and you can visualize the presentation in your e-learning platform as a SCORM, which has some advantages. So basically, this is the also this platform has another feature, which is we have here English. We have the educational part that we have seen, and it has a community site. So if we go to the community, we can see all the authors that are contributing to the creating learning activities. So we can follow some of them if we find interesting some of the work that they are doing. So this is quite an interesting platform that I encourage you to use. And in the next session, we are going to learn how to create our own learning activities. So basically, this is it for now. So if you have any question related to the platform, you can go ahead. And if not, we will start thinking about possible relevant topics that you can use to create your own learning activities. And sorry for my voice because I have a cough, so it's not very well. Okay, so everything is clear. No questions about the platform.
I have one. Might be a bit technical or might be something for the next module, but I will throw it to the floor or to the table. That's it. Yeah, I was wondering. So I have seen that you can integrate many things, dynamic. Some of them in the presentation. So I have seen maps. I have seen these spots that move up and down. Can you maybe enumerate what things can you integrate in these slides that are so nice?
Yes, let me go inside and find. I think this one has more kind of functionalities. No, this one.
I think the one about the fever thing, fever something.
Oh,
This
the escape room. This is just a escape room that I just included in the presentation, just providing the link. So I just need the link so I can create different kind of learning activities. Basically, when we create a slide in this platform, we can create it like an enriched video. Well, it can be like a plain slide, like a plain just text and images slide, like in PowerPoint, or it can include an enriched video. When we include an enriched video, we can define that at certain moments of a video appears, for example, a questionnaire or appears a Wikipedia link or whatever. We can include in the video, in some moments of the video, we can define that some actions are executed. Also, we can create virtual tours where we can include some spots in several places of a map. So the student, when watch the map, see that there is here a point, and when I click in this point, appears some of the information that I have included. And also I can create flashcards, basically flashcards. Let me if I can find a picture. Nice. In a flashcard, we can include in any picture, we can include here markers as much as you want. So when the student click on the markers, the information that you want appears. You just have to click here and add the content for each one of the markers. So it has a lot of interesting features. Or for example, when you click on a section of the presentation, you can add text, you can add a picture, or you can add a video or a quiz. But also you can add an object, and when you add an object, you can just here include any website. For example, we can include here the SUTEE website. So it's very easy to include different kind of activities in these presentations.
Very good. Thank you, Sergio.
I have a question.
Yes.
How does the website works on mobile phones? Because many students do not have a PC at home, but they have a mobile phone. Does it work properly or not?
Yes, it works properly. It's HTML5 presentation and it works properly in mobile phones.
Okay.
It depends on the site and the size of the letter that you have defined, but yes, it works perfectly. Okay, any other question? Okay, if not, as this is a group activity, we should start thinking on what kind of activities would you include in your own teaching. So maybe if you are a science teacher or a math teacher or an arts teacher, what kind of activities you could create related to the project, related to trees in urban environments, that could help your students get familiar with these concepts. In principle, what we recommend in the project is to use some kind of sensors. For example, maybe you can use some kind of soil moisture meter to monitor the soil moisture levels, or a sensor for temperature, humidity, or noise. In the project, we are going to provide all these kind of sensors. Maybe some of them are apps, other maybe are maps, and other are physical sensors that you can use. So you can start thinking about what kind of learning activities you could use. So any idea? Anyone wants to share some ideas of how could this be integrated in your teaching?
Sergio, I have an idea.
Hi, Manuel.
Okay, well, I'm Manuel. I'm from Madrid, Spain, and I'm teacher of technology. So perhaps in this case, I can help some of you with the with the technology, okay, and with the sensors that Sergio are explaining. The first idea that comes to my mind is the creation of a meteo station, a meteo station that can be, for example, in the outdoors, the high school or the school. Okay, they can be done with simple parts, and for example, installed in a specific construction of wood or something like that. Okay, or a bird nest or something that can be allocated in outdoors. This could contain what you are referring as some temperature, moisture, the CO2 composition of the air, any other kind of gases. All these, for example, can be very easy to be done, for example, using a system such as Arduino, for example. Okay? So if you are connecting to an Arduino, it will be just taking annotations. The only thing that you have to provide is a specific Wi-Fi connection that it's modular. So it will have perhaps as a complex technical development, but then the usage installation of this is not very difficult. Okay, and for example, we can use a kind of platform to receive this data. Okay, I don't know if Google has some of this platform that can be receiving all this information, and well, perhaps some of the teams could be testing or including all these sensors in a kind of analytical tools to provide graphics or something like that. Okay, so there will be, for example, I think that there's I don't remember very well what's the name of the platform, but it gets you to take data every 15 minutes. So, well, if if you pay more or you are not taking the free version, you can have second by second. But I think that the free version has some limitation of taking measures every 15 minutes. Well, but the 15 minutes could be providing good graphics. If you, for example, enlarge to a month, for example, it doesn't have to be maintained anyway. Well, yes, you have to take care of it. If there's a windy way or it's raining or something, you have to check if things are properly working. But well, in any case, all these can be, for example, for establishing what are the environmental conditions of the surroundings of the high school, I'm thinking.
Yes, very good suggestions. Also, in the project, we were thinking about doing like a student can do field trips and, for example, monitor some temperature or humidity or noise in different parts of the city. So they can compare what are the levels in a park, what are the levels if they are under the shade of a building or if they are in a busy street. So they can compare all these kind of levels and understand what is the effect of trees depending on where they are. So, but yes, depending, there are many kind of field trips that you can do, or also you can put like static stations to monitor the data. But when you move through the city, you can compare the results in different spots and understand the effect of the trees on these different kind of levels. Okay.